You're laughing already? What's up, Lancaster? Welcome to Lancaster Connects. My name is Ben McClure, your host of Lancaster Connects, and you are not Jeff.
I am not.
You are not Jeff. Introduce yourself.
I am John Hockley. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Excited you're here. John, I've known you for like 30 years. I think maybe 28, like close to 30 years.
I think we came up with 28, yeah.
So that feels like a very, very long time. Paths have crossed over those 28 years from college to Gardeners, two-time Gardeners employee, right? Yep. And also a two-timer on Lancaster Connects.
I am.
And part of referral groups together and friend groups together. So it's great to have you on. Maybe reminisce a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk about what you do now, which is Weaver Associates.
Yep. And
also the Santa Stumble, which happens every year annually at the end of the year, just before Christmas. So excited to have you on. Again, Lancaster Connects, if you're, maybe not again, but if you're watching, you know what Lancaster Connects is every Tuesday. Not Tuesday, my gosh.
Monday.
What day is it? I feel like this weekend was a blur. And last week was a blur. I was in Las Vegas for the World Furniture Market, looking at new product, and then got back and there was a whole bunch of snow here. And then I had a busy weekend doing baseball stuff, baseball evaluations for the kids. It feels like a Tuesday to me. It doesn't feel like a Monday.
I wish it was Tuesday.
It is Monday. It is 2:00. It's Lancaster Connects time. Lancaster Connects is, of course, a show where we highlight great people doing great things in Lancaster County, whether that's a nonprofit organization giving back to the community, of course, or small business entrepreneurs, starting from the ground up like Weaver Associates has, like to tell those stories as well. So again, excited to have you on. Before we get into it, we talked just briefly pre-show about the gift or the prize we give to watchers of this show every week. Chris, our producer from Cast Ahead Productions, there's the wheel of prizes, I guess you could say. A number of different prizes on there. John, you're going to say spin that wheel when you're ready, and whatever the wheel lands on is what our watchers and listeners get for this week's prize.
Excellent.
So, whenever you're ready.
Chris, spin the wheel.
Oh my gosh, that's good. That's good. I like the subdued vibe of your wheel spin. What do we got? Oh,
ooh,
$100 off any purchase, or $4.99 or more. That's
a good one.
That's 20% off. Awesome. I don't think we've had that one before. We've had like free massage and other things, but $100 off any purchase of $4.99 or more. That's a fantastic wheel spin. I like that.
I'm a good luck spinner.
All right. So to claim this prize, all you have to do is come to Gardener's Mattress and More, which is the four walls with which we sit inside of. Gardener's Mattress and More is a business I run with Jeff, who's my typical co-host here. I should mention Jeff is home sick today. He's not feeling well. So if you're listening, watching, and you want to send Jeff some good healing vibes in the chat comment section, maybe give him a heart wherever you're watching or listening from, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever. I'm sure he'd like to hear from you. He might be tuning in from home. Of course, he should be in bed resting up.
Yeah, get well soon, Jeff.
Yeah. So all you have to do is come to Gardener's Mattress and More in the next week. Say that you saw the wheel spin on Lancaster Connects, and you get $100 off any purchase over $4.99. Love it. Thanks for playing along.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. So let's jump into it. So we're going to talk about Weaver Associates, and we're going to talk about the Santa Stumble. So Weaver Associates, Gardeners does a ton of business with Weaver.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm not going to say too much because you know about what Weaver does. I know what we purchase from Weaver, but we use Weaver a ton for our business. So let's dig in. Like what does Weaver Associates do?
We do a little bit of everything. Our motto used to be, we help you put ink on paper. We've now moved that to much more than ink on paper. But we kind of have 3 or 4 different, different things in the company. We do a lot with printers. So the machines that you print with.
So the things that put the ink on the paper.
Right.
Yep.
We can sell you the printer itself, the supplies for the printer for you to print, or we're also a full service print shop. So those are for the things that you can't print. That might be your business cards, your envelopes, or
right.
brochures,
Mailers.
mailers.
We've used Weasel Weaver for mailers. Often.
We also do a lot with wide format, so banners, banner that's out front.
Yep. I just trekked through the snow to put a new banner.
The new February banner.
Yes, I did.
But we're now even more into ad specialty. So it could be anything from apparel to mugs to pens to really anything you can put your logo on.
I like that. Anything that you can put your logo on. So knickknacks and tchotchkes and all the stuff you can put in gift bags and whatnot.
And then the newest division is our pure water division. Which there's actually a water cooler right outside these doors.
That's right. So just since you mentioned that, what is that? I mean, people know what a water cooler is.
Right.
And I think a lot of people will think of it as like a jug of water that's on top of a canister, right?
Right. Ours is a little different. It's a point of use system, as you can see on the screen there. We use your water source, so you never run out of water. And it purifies, goes through 5 different filters, purifies the water, and comes right out. It's pretty cool. The taste is great. I don't know the filtration numbers, but like it's so much more healthy, right, than normal water. Right. I mean, it actually filters it down to all but distilled water, and in the last filter, actually puts stuff back in to make it taste better.
There you go. So we invested in this system just a couple weeks ago. We got it installed. We realized we were spending a ton of money on water jugs. We drink a lot of water here. We offer to customers, and of course, coffees and Keurig machine and whatnot. But we realized we were spending a ton of money on these water jugs, and it's a pain in the butt. You have to kind of
lift it up,
switch them out. Yeah. And one of our guys has a kind of a broken wing at the moment, had shoulder surgery. So it's a tough physical thing to do. And your solution is a monthly rental, and we're going to probably spend half as much money monthly for better water with your solution. So super excited.
Sounds like you need 2 water units then.
So we need 2. No, I think one will be just fine, John.
Okay.
Thank you. So how did you get involved with Weaver? I mean, I know.
Right.
They don't know.
I've known Ron Weaver, the owner, for a long time.
Toner man.
And we were having a conversation once. He was looking for somebody that had a little bit of an IT background. That's what I went to school for.
Yep.
He wanted somebody with a little bit of sales background, which I did. And he wanted to marry the two together. And, it started as a conversation and kind of worked itself out from there.
Yeah. And what do you do at Weaver?
I mean, I do a little bit of everything.
What don't you do?
Right. What don't I do? I started in the, sales, working with, being able to talk to the IT directors, speak their language, with whether that was copiers, whether that was computers, anything that we sold. Managed the print shop for a little bit there. But now I kind of just do mostly sales, sell everything.
Yep. Everything that you got there. So on your, look, there you are.
There I am with my glasses on. They're just blue light glasses.
I almost can't do anything without my glasses anymore. Especially like reading something that's
we're not getting any younger.
No, not at all. So there's the Weaver team. Looks like, so you got a sales team, you got a management team, a customer service team. Anybody you want to shout out on the team?
No. I'm not shouting out one person because then somebody else.
Right. I realized, as I said,
everybody on that screen is great.
Very diplomatic, John. Very diplomatic. Well, I've interacted with a number of the Weaver associates, and they're all fantastic. The team is great. Rich was the gentleman who came and installed the water filtration system.
Yep.
And he was great in figuring out like how it would go. I didn't have to do a thing. It pointed him to where the water source was, and he figured out the rest. So, that was a great, process to do that there. So what type of industries does Weaver Associates work best with?
I don't know if there's ones that we work best with, because really any business needs printed items.
Yeah. Yep.
Almost every business needs a printer. They might not need a full water cooler, but we'll probably dive into it a little bit later of all the stuff that we do. But we also do furniture, we do computers, we
like office furniture,
right?
Okay, yeah.
So we try to be kind of a one-stop shop for anyone.
I'm trying to think of the list of stuff that we've invested in here from Gardeners. You mentioned a computer. I've gotten 3 or 4 laptops, I think, through. And, it's great to have a resource like you that I can say, I don't know a thing about what I'm buying when I'm buying a computer or any technology.
Right.
And I trust somebody like you to tell me, like, this is a good computer, or, maybe you should do this for different memory or RAM. I don't know the terms, but you've always been very, very helpful to figure out, like, what is the best solution,
right,
from a tech standpoint. So yeah, computers. I know printers. We've got a number of printers here. I mean, we're printing stuff all the time, customer invoices and whatnot. And one of the things I love about your service, you guys as a company, we invested in the printer, nice printer, and you guys service it too. Like when we have a problem, we rearrange computers, and now the printer doesn't talk to the computers anymore, or vice versa. You guys are helpful to figure it out.
Right. I mean, that's one of the services that we offer is anytime you're buying your supplies from us.
Yep.
So your inks or toners or anything like that, we offer free service. So right there on the screen, anytime you're buying your supplies from us for any machine, even if you didn't buy the machine from us, if you're buying your supplies from us, we offer free service.
See, I love that, because it would take us a year to figure out how to get the computer to talk to the printer. Your guys come out and it's like, oh yeah, 5 minutes and they figure it out. So
they've both been, Stuart and George have been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. So they're the guys. So yeah. So if you're a business and you're looking for solutions for your office, you mentioned furniture, the technology, printing, Weaver Associates is definitely the place, because they don't just sell you the stuff, they service it too.
Right.
Don't leave you hanging. There's obviously other, organizations and businesses out there that offer office supplies, including the, big boxes, just like Gardeners competes against the big box mattress stores. What sets Weaver Associates apart in your mind?
I think it's the local community part. I mean, we really focus on being your community partner.
Yeah.
It's keeping it in Lancaster. A lot like you at Gardeners here, we're more of a consultative sales.
Right.
We want to figure out what the issues are and get you the best solution, not what's going to make me the most money, what's not going to make Weaver Associates the most money. We sell you what you need, not what not what we want to sell you.
Right.
And we're pretty transparent with everything. I think is what makes us a little bit different. We don't bundle anything. We'll tell you exactly how much things cost, break it down. There's no, for $100 a month, we'll do all these things and that type of thing.
Right. Do you have a catalog of products?
We do. We try to put out a quarterly, whether it's a fall, spring, summer catalog. Usually that catalog will highlight some specials that we may have going on, or products that we want to highlight. At Specialty, in the fall we did a lot of tailgating stuff. Or
that makes sense.
High school sports. We'll highlight a lot of stuff for that. But yes, we do have some catalogs, but pretty much anything you're going to find is online. As far as ad specialty, we have our whole website, promos.weaverassociatesinc.com.
That's anything you could put a logo on.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Millions of different items.
What are a couple of popular items to put a logo on?
So you mentioned that you were in Vegas for the furniture show. The week before that, I was in Vegas for the ad specialty show. And there were some pretty cool things. Coleman, I don't think it's out yet, but they released a collapsible cooler.
Oh, that you can put a logo on.
Oh, yeah.
And you can get that and put a logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I like that. Oh, there, Chris has got it. Man, Chris is on it.
Yeah.
So even brand name stuff, like you just mentioned, Coleman, Nike, OtterBox, that's cool. North Face.
One of the things that we purchased while we were out there was a machine to be able to make like a heat press for hats, so we can do patches on hats.
Okay.
We also bought a flatbed so that we can do T-shirts, tote bags, those types of things. So we'll now have in-house embroidery and in-house direct-to film.
That's pretty cool. So, again, I was trying to think through a list of things that we've gotten from Weaver. And, I'm wearing one.
Right.
You're our solution for our gardener shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got, a bunch of different long sleeve shirts, some short sleeve shirts, different logos on them for, Lancaster Connects and gardeners. We recently got some winter coats for our delivery team that were embroidered with their names, which was pretty cool. So talk a little bit about that if somebody needs a solution for apparel.
Again, you can check out that website, but you can really narrow it down to whether you're looking for brand name polos or if you're looking for a polo in a certain color, or you can really break it down to dollar amount or quantity. Even if it's not apparel, if you're looking for something for a trade show that you have coming up and you only need 100 of them, you can search for low minimums. Like Chris is doing there with the price range, you can really break it down. Like, I don't want to spend more than $20 for the polo. We have that.
Yep.
We have a $20 polo that actually feels good, and it's $20 or less decorated.
Yeah.
So
that's impressive. I've always been impressed. You when I'm looking for options and I describe what I'm looking for, you always find, various catalogs. There's a number of colors available. And, you guys do the embroidery in-house, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, you can do a logo on one side, both sides. You can do stuff on the back and on the sleeve.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much anywhere.
That's awesome. That's so cool. And it's not just limited to shirts, of course, jackets.
Right. We just did, for somebody in my referral group that, we were talking about, we just did his son's hockey bag. We put his name and number on the side of the bag.
Now, did you sell them the bag or did they have the bag?
They had the bag.
Yep.
So even if it's something that you have already
that you want
embroidered, we can embroider it.
Very cool. Looks like, so different bags and whatnot there. Very cool. What are some other items that you might not think about that you can embroider?
Hats.
Hats, okay, yeah, hats.
Yeah.
I've often thought a gardener's hat would be cool. We've never had that.
And with the patch thing is going to be really cool because you can do a rubber patch, a leather patch,
okay,
a patch that looks like it's embroidered.
Stick out.
Really, yeah. That's probably the neatest thing that we brought back from Vegas with us. It hasn't shown up yet, but we got it ordered.
Yeah, right.
Should be here this week. We'll get to play around with it.
Very cool. Very cool. Talk about your print and mail solutions, and also talk about your design team, because you have a team that, most small businesses, we certainly don't, although we do have some graphic designers that we work with now who help us create graphics. But for a lot of people don't have that ability or don't have somebody on staff to create, artwork and graphics. You guys have that available.
Right. We have 4 designers on staff. So, yeah. So if it's something that you have an idea, even we've had people give us something sketched out on a napkin.
Right. This is my idea.
Yep. And we make it, come to life. But you were mentioning mailing services.
Yep.
Pre-COVID, we used to use a mail house. So we would print the items, take it to them. They would stuff it, address it, mail it, do that.
Yep.
But they closed during COVID, so we had to learn how to do it ourselves and have kind of kept it in-house.
Yeah. Wow. So maybe walk me through, again, I think I know how it works, but, so somebody has maybe they want to mail out a brochure or mail out a sales letter or something like that. Can you walk through the steps of what, somebody would take to get the idea from an idea to mailboxes?
Yeah. The first thing you want to do is lay it out and design it, because everything's going to depend on how big it is, if it's folding, if it's going in an envelope, that type of thing. So design first. And then when it comes down to the mailing list, if it's something like you want to mail it to your customers, you probably already have a customer list.
Right.
But if it was a direct marketing piece where you were trying to market, your brochure to a certain neighborhood or a certain demographic, we can purchase lists too.
So I say I want everybody in 17601 or something like that, or
a list, but
or a specific neighborhood within that zip code. You can find that, purchase that list, and create the piece, and then get it mailed out.
And the other option would be, and you've used this before, is every door direct mail.
Right. Yeah, talk about that. That's
so every door direct mail is a program from the United States Postal Service where you select individual postal routes, and the piece that you have goes to every mailbox on that route. The reason they offer that, and the reason the postage is so low, is because the postal worker doesn't have to think about it. They just put it in every single mailbox.
Yep. Yeah, that's a solution that has been around for probably more than 20 years.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people know about it. It's great for small businesses of all kinds, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and pretty decent success rate too. I mean, I know, like I said, you've done it before to try to target different neighborhoods, get the message out to certain people.
Yeah, so that's cool. What's the turnaround time for direct mail, whether it's every door direct mail or a purchase list? What's from design to getting it out there? What's the turnaround time?
I mean, it really depends on if the design, like I said, you have it sketched out, you know exactly what you want. Then it's just a matter of laying it out and approving the proof. Maybe a couple days. Depending on the size of the mailing, let's say another couple days to have it printed, addressed, sorted, mailed. But most mailings are out the door within a week.
Yeah. Yep.
And I mean, it really just depends on the design.
Yep.
The more information the customer can give us as to what they want it to look like, the less time it takes to design it.
Yeah, that makes sense. One of the coolest things I like, or one of the things I think is coolest about Weaver Associates and the way you guys do business, when we order something, whether it's business cards, a mail piece that we're mailing out, or printed piece, we need 100 of these brochures or whatever. Some of our signs, the vinyl signs, or what's the road Coroplast? Yep, some of those signs we've gotten. When we order it, you guys do it, and often the turnaround time is like days, or a day sometimes. You guys bring it here, which is super cool. Like, we don't have to go pick it up. It's obviously saves us time, and you guys are probably around the county, in this area all the time, so, but you drop it off, which is really cool, because it's super time savings for us.
Right. Yeah. We use two different delivery guys. We have one for Monday through Wednesday and one for Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a Weaver Associates employee. We don't outsource that.
Yeah, it's so cool because they drop it off, and we're like, a lot of times I'll come in and I'm like, oh, there's a package from Weaver. It's like almost daily, I feel, which is cool because, like I said, we use you guys so often. You're such an easy and convenient solution for all those things,
right?
That we can't handle on our own. What else do you guys do that we haven't talked about?
Trying to picture our line card, as we call it.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we do label printers. That's one thing that we've done a good bit with.
Yeah.
Whether it is manufacturing or we've sold to some local candy manufacturers. We print the labels for them. Or they have a label maker that prints their own labels.
That's cool. Yeah.
A couple years ago, we purchased their barcode machine.
Yep.
A couple years ago, we purchased a company that sells and repairs bindery equipment. So that's mostly law firms and accounting offices that coil bind or bind their presentations.
So you can do that. That's cool.
Office furniture is, again, I mean, we spoke about it a couple minutes ago, but that's another little thing that we can do. We actually have somebody that can come in, say, you're moving into a new office and you have no idea how to lay it out.
Right.
He'll come in, do a 3D rendering of the room. He'll do an overhead shot of the room to give you how you can lay it out, because he's going to think about okay, your door's here and it swings in instead of out.
Right.
Oh, you can't put something there because the door swings in, things that I don't think about. But he can come in there and do that kind of thing, which is pretty cool.
So we're talking about office desks, tables like, conference tables, chairs.
Really anything you can think of, office furniture.
Filing cabinets.
Yep. We've done classroom furniture for schools.
Oh, okay.
So
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on your website? You have a catalog of ideas on the website?
There's some basic information on the website. Okay. If there's something specific that you were looking for, it's better to reach out to us.
Yeah.
Come out and meet with you and get you the right information.
Yeah. And you guys don't really have like a showroom, right?
We're working on a showroom for our ad specialty.
Okay.
So soon we have the slat walls purchased. They just need installed. So probably in first quarter here, we'll have a room that you can come in and see a lot of the apparel, a lot of the drinkware, all that type of thing.
That's cool because I know when I've asked about shirts before, like I, wanted to feel and fit a certain way. You've brought samples and left them here for a day or two, and we pick out what we want, and then you come and pick them up. So that's been super helpful. But I can see having a place to go where you can try out some of these items is very helpful. Very cool. Anything else you want to say about Weaver before we move on to?
I think we covered most.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. I guess maybe to wrap up the conversation about Weaver, you've lived in Lancaster all your life, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Weaver's been around for a long time. What do you like most about doing business in Lancaster? Maybe interacting with Lancaster customers, Lancaster clients.
Like I said earlier, it's really a community here in Lancaster. I mean, you've been here since college, and own a local business here in Lancaster, so you know about how strong the community is here.
Yeah,
I think we're up to close to 600. We're approaching 600 nonprofits that we work with.
Okay,
that's another thing, and we'll get to with the Santa Stumble too. That there is a lot of nonprofits in the Lancaster area. I mean,
question. Yeah,
all of the many that are hanging behind here is a fraction of how many there are, and we offer special rates for nonprofits, whether that's print, whether that's machines, really anything. We know that they're trying to stretch that dollar as far as possible.
Absolutely.
So we offer special rates for nonprofits.
That's so cool. I'm glad you brought that up because, these nonprofits, there's obviously big nonprofits but there's really, really small nonprofits that have, maybe one paid person or not even a paid person.
Most of them are volunteers. Yeah.
And they need all the financial help they can get. And of course, they need supplies like printed items and brochures and things with their name and logo on it. So that's cool that you have a program for them.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. All right, so that's Weaver Associates. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
So let's switch now to Santa Stumble. So Santa Stumble is tell us what the Santa Stumble is, and then we'll go from there.
So the Santa Stumble, we're in our, I think we just did the 16th or 17th.
I was going to say it's got to be at least 15 plus.
Started way back in year one as a small pub crawl. Started by our friend Pete.
Yep, Pete Ruggieri.
He just kind of wanted to support Lancaster. Year one, just a pretty small pub crawl. Here
in downtown Lancaster. Yep.
By year two, he, of course, is an animal lover. And in year two is when he wanted to raise money for the mounted police in Lancaster.
Yep.
And that was through the Lancaster County or Lancaster City Police Foundation, which funds the canine and used to... That's a real picture. That's not...
That's
a real squirrel.
Acorn Acres. Shout out to Betsy. It's Groundhog Day.
It is. And he saw his shadow. Six more weeks.
A winter. I mean... It's always 6 more weeks of winter, isn't it?
Yeah. Pretty much. Especially this winter. That snow across the street at Park City is never going to...
Oh gosh, that's going to be there until June.
Yeah.
On the screen, people are stumbling.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we're... Santa Stumble.
Right.
Bar, pub crawl. Yep.
So once the mounted police went away, we kind of expanded the charities that we support. Almost all of them are animal related.
Yep.
In some shape. Not all of them, but most of them are. And that's kind of our way of giving back.
How is money raised?
So you saw the little squirrel holding the button.
Yep.
That's the big way. You purchase a button for $10.
Yep.
That that button just shows that you supported the cause.
Yep.
And you donated. You're a genuinely nice person. And we've worked it out with most of the participating bars and restaurants that if somebody's wearing that pin, they can get in for free. It's really all it does, other than
no cover charge at the place you're going.
Right.
Yep.
You've also seen some people in the pictures wearing scarves. That doesn't get you anything extra. It's just
like a commemorative
decoration. Yeah.
For that. Do you have unique scarves for each year?
Every year is a different button. Every year is a different scarf. We don't do the scarves every single year, but there's a button for every year.
And then 100% of the proceeds that are raised through the buttons and the scarves goes to whatever charity you pick for that year.
Right.
Or multiple charities.
Yeah. We're doing 4 different charities for each one. We have an application process that we start in usually end of summer, early fall, where the nonprofits will fill out the applications. Then we as a committee meet, select those charities, let them know, and then they give us some volunteers to help the night of.
So when is it typically?
It's always the second Saturday in December.
Second Saturday in December. Rain or shine?
Rain or shine.
Snow or shine?
Snow or shine.
And it starts at what, 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening?
We usually start the button pickup, like 3, 4 in the afternoon down by the tree.
Oh yeah, the Lancaster City tree.
Yep.
And how many bars, restaurants, pubs participate usually?
It ranges. I think this past year was probably our biggest. We had, I think, 25.
Oh my gosh,
participating.
I mean, there's no shortage of places downtown Lancaster, but
no, and we had enough outside of in the outskirts of the city that you could have done your own, just in the outskirts of the city.
Oh wow,
because they wanted to participate as well.
That's so cool. And so the pictures Chris had on the screen, people are dressed up. Like, this is not just, I mean, you can come as you are, right? You don't have to dress up.
Right.
But that's a big deal. That's a big part of the stumble is you
want to look the part.
You want to look the part.
And we do have a costume contest every year.
Yeah.
That I run. That was Cindy Lou Who. She won that year.
Okay. All right. Very cool.
That was, yes, we do have
it's a Pope.
The Pope. Yeah.
What are some of the wildest costumes?
Oh,
I mean, I know there's probably a ton of like Buddy the Elves and
yes, yeah, a lot of
Uncle Eddie from Christmas Vacation, right?
Cousin Eddie,
Cousin Eddie. Yep.
Probably the most outrageous was the Sugar Plum Fairy.
Oh my gosh,
that was it was early on. That was like around year 5.
Yeah.
I won't mention his name. But it was a gentleman who was well known in Lancaster as a bouncer at a local establishment.
Yep.
And he came as the Sugar Plum Fairy with just a robe on.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That and did he win that year?
He did.
Yeah. Of course he did.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it looks like a ton of fun. How much was raised? How much was raised this past year? And then maybe do you have a figure of all time?
We tried to figure that out last year and couldn't count that high.
Wow.
We're still actually getting donations in from this year. So some of the bars are still working out the numbers and giving us checks.
Yeah, that's awesome. But so they're donating a portion of their proceeds?
So a lot of bars will sign up to be a participating bar. And a lot of them we've either worked out or they've offered to give a portion of their proceeds from that night.
Yep.
Or, like I said, the buttons get you in free cover.
Yep.
But the people that don't have buttons pay a cover. And they'll donate that cover money back.
Yep.
But mean, for a couple of years, we were averaging $40,000 to $50,000 a year.
Wow, that is
pretty
unbelievable.
long stretch.
That is unbelievable. I mean, Lancaster has always had, as a whole, philanthropic vibe,
Mm-hmm.
right? The extraordinary give is really just a few weeks before the Santa Stumble, and
Right.
millions of dollars are donated to local nonprofits and charitable organizations. But Pete started this 15 years ago with maybe a handful of friends,
Mm-hmm.
and to see this 16 years later to raise $40,000 to $50,000. I mean, would he have ever thought that something like this could happen?
No, when we crossed 10,000, that was a long time ago. When the first time we raised 10,000, he thought, I don't know how it can get any bigger than this.
Right.
It did.
five times bigger.
Yeah.
So we mentioned Pete a couple times. Pete was Pete Ruggieri, who's no longer with us. Pete passed away 2 years ago. Pete was a employee at Gardner's. Jeff and I hired Pete. My gosh, it's
pretty much right after we opened this location.
Yeah, it's
2011,
14 years ago. Yeah, and the Santa Stumble was maybe a thing at that point,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe he had done it one time. And I just remember this thing like growing, and he would spend some time here at Gardner's putting it together, and we allowed that because he would actually make this a button pickup spot.
Yep.
And I remember the first time he started doing the scarves as part of it. He'd samples sent here to the store, and it was just cool to see him behind the scenes, like put this together, and hundreds of people, then thousands of people, and to what it is today. I don't know if you noticed the clock up there, but we have the clock at 5:05. Pete was the
Lancaster 5:05.
Yeah, so that clock no longer works, and I know I'm pointing to it. People on watching live can't see the clock, but yeah, Pete was it's a 5:05. What do you call it? 5:05.
Lancaster 5:05.
Lancaster 5:05. That was a group of people that would get together after there's Pete on the screen there.
Mm-hmm.
Businesses, people are usually done for the day at 5:00 at the bar by 5:05, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was just Pete organized this little group. And I think it's maybe this group that kind of morphed into the Santa Stumble there. But yeah, that clock is perpetually at 5:05 in honor of Pete there. But yeah, you started working with, well, of course, you were here when Pete was hired, and
Right.
and we all worked together here. And then at some point you became more involved in planning the Santa Stumble. So maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think the first year Pete was here, we all attended.
Yeah.
We went down
Yep.
and I thought it was pretty cool, pretty neat idea. Thought of different ways where we could expand it, make some more money. So I joined the committee. At that time, the committee was a lot bigger. We had probably close to 10 people in the committee.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Which in some ways it's great to be able to spread some of the duties around, but then you have almost too many people with too many ideas. And
Sure. Yeah. Something like this there's so many ideas you could do. There's so many things you could do with it.
Right.
I could see it could be a little.
Yeah, we've tried everything. We've tried T-shirts. Don't ever do that for an event like this because you'll never have enough of the size.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
We had probably 100 smalls left.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem. Just a side story: Julian and I went to the Sixers game on Saturday, and they always do the T-shirt toss.
Mm-hmm.
They toss out one shirt size for a reason,
right?
Because same thing, they're never going to have enough shirts for everybody. So yeah, go ahead.
We've tried the silent auction thing, which
yeah,
sounds great.
Yep,
raise some money, great. But then Pete used to tell the story about having a miter saw in his living room for like 6 months until the person that won it came and picked it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's a whole different level of coordination. That's a beauty of the Stumble the way it's designed. It's one night, come out, support the cause. You don't need to do anything other than maybe buy a pin if you want,
right,
or buy a scarf to donate, and then have fun.
We've been doing it for so long. I don't want to say the event runs itself because there's a lot that we do behind the scenes to talk to the bars, to designing and ordering the buttons and the scarves and working We do button pickups so that if you don't want to come downtown the day of, you can grab your button the week or two before. So I don't want to say that it completely runs itself, but it's been going on long enough that it kind of, we put it out there on Facebook and it self-advertises.
Yeah, for sure. The other cool thing I think is great about the Santa Stumble is, people might look at this and go, okay, yeah, it's a bar crawl. People are just drunk and walking around the whole night. But that's not the case. You're encouraging responsibility with Uber and Lyft.
Yes.
And other, responsible ways to travel from here to there. And of course, downtown Lancaster is a completely safe and walkable city, especially where these restaurants and bars and pubs are. So maybe you could talk a little bit about that aspect of it.
Yeah, and a lot of the hotels downtown will offer discounts.
Yeah, no shortage of places to stay, right?
Right. But yeah, I mean, we do encourage, drive safe, drink safe. And as you can imagine, there's thousands of people at these bars. Yeah. So, you're 10 deep waiting for a drink. So, it might take a couple minutes to get a drink and
that's okay because everybody's having a good time.
Right. But yes, we definitely encourage, and we work with, especially when it was involving the mounted police, we worked with the mounted police. They had a presence downtown.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
And they would have fun with it. They would walk around. The horses would have some kind of a costume on.
So that's cool.
But we work with the police. The police know that we're having it. They work with us. There's usually a little bit of a stronger presence downtown that night just to, make sure. But I mean, in the however many years that we've been doing this, knock on wood, there's
no issues. Yeah.
Been, zero issues.
That's awesome. Any, obviously December just happened and it's a little bit away, but when do you start planning? You said you start accepting applications for nonprofits.
Yeah, we'll typically meet over the summer to, if we do have any ideas. The committee is really down to three of us at this point. It's me, Pete's wife Stephanie, and Joe, who for the bar owners, he's now the Jimmy Juice rep. Okay. But he used to work for Brown-Forman, which owns Jack Daniel's. So he's kind of our inside bar person that knows all the bar owners and talks to them. But yeah, typically we'll meet over the summer to kind of get the ball rolling. We'll put that out there late summer, early fall for the applications. And then probably by October, we're really ramping up, ordering the buttons, those types of things.
Yeah. How do you design the button? Like, what do you determine goes on the button?
Well, Pete used to do all the design.
That's right. He was forever doodler.
Yeah.
Always sketching.
So it's been a couple different people since. Okay. The last, I guess, the summer and this past one, I'm going to blank on his name, but there was somebody at TELUS that did the design for us.
Okay. Nice.
We kind of gave him ideas of and he came back with 3 or 4 different ideas.
And just picked one.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you know what the date is going to be this year? It's the second
Saturday.
Second Saturday. Okay, so whatever that date is. Yeah. Chris could put it up.
I haven't looked that far ahead.
Neither have I. Have like one day at a time these days.
Well, that's now in February.
Yeah. I can't believe it's February. It's like just Christmas.
Right.
So anything else that we should talk about related to Santa Stumble that we missed?
No, I mean, if you personally are involved in a nonprofit, or if you know of a nonprofit that could use a couple extra $1,000,
seriously, yeah. I mean, you're $40,000-$50,000, yeah.
Follow us on our Facebook page. That's usually when we put out there. This 12/12 is the second Saturday.
Thank you, Chris.
Look for when we put that on social on Facebook. We'll put out the link for filling out the form for the charities.
And is that how many? 2,000 followers? Oh, looks like it.
2,100.
Yeah. So obviously, if you want more information about the Santa Stumble, follow them on Facebook. I'm sure you're posting on Facebook, with the buttons and the date and all that you've got going on, the scarves, how to participate, how to contribute. So definitely, go to the Santa Stumble Lancaster Facebook page. Pretty easy to find. Give them a follow and participate next year.
Yeah. I mean, we have it's grown to. I mean, they don't all purchase buttons, unfortunately, but I mean, it's 4,000 or 5,000 people down there on that thing.
That's unbelievable. And generally, you have good weather.
Yeah, I mean, there's really only been one year that I can remember that was really cold.
Yeah,
a little bit of snow, but for the most part, we've been lucky.
That's awesome. Very cool. Well, thanks for being on.
Yeah,
sharing about Weaver Associates and all the great things that you do there, and then of course the Santa Stumble carrying on Pete's legacy and his baby there, the Santa Stumble.
Absolutely.
So, I know what I wanted to ask related to the Stumble. Do you know of any other communities doing something similar now, like kind of taking Pete's model and doing it in other communities?
Not necessarily Pete's model. There is a nationwide company that is for profit that does a bar crawl.
Okay.
That unfortunately ours gets confused for sometimes.
Oh,
when they come and pick up buttons.
Oh, really?
But they sell tickets. There's no bar specials. They keep all the money. They don't give any of it away.
And
but
they do that in Lancaster?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, they heard about how successful the Santa Stumble was, and they do it the same night.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So that's something to pay attention to. What are they called?
I don't remember.
But it's something similar.
But we've gotten the word out. Like this past year, we've only had one or two people that purchased the
wrong confused.
buttons.
Yeah.
But
that's such a bummer because you're just taking money out of local organizations' pockets.
I know York does something very similar because that's where Pete got the majority of the idea.
Okay.
Was over in York. Now they purposely try to keep theirs smaller.
Yeah.
To make it an actual pub crawl where they go from one place.
One to the Yeah. The Santa Stumble, there's obviously not 4,000 people in one location.
Right. People will tell you, well,
all over.
Where do you start? And it's like, wherever you want.
Wherever you want. Yeah. Whatever's closest to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something going on at every single of the 25 plus locations.
Absolutely.
That Very cool. Very cool. Well, thanks for being on and sharing. John Hockley representing Weaver Associates and the Santa Stumble. It's been great catching up, having you on the show. We're not done with you yet. And I should have mentioned, maybe I did mention at the beginning, you're a 2-timer on Lancaster Connects.
I am.
It's a big deal. You don't get anything for it, but you get to be on the show the second time. So actually you were on one of our very first episodes, if I remember. It was like
with Help the Fight.
1 or 2, 3, I don't know. So it's been a bit. I think this is episode 232. So it's good to have you back on. Connection Cocktail. I don't know that we did this before when you were on, but just a few questions to get to know you a little bit better. Obviously, I know you pretty well. It's the people out there. Right. So going on a long drive, what are you listening to? Podcast, music? I mean, again, I think I know what music you're listening to.
Right. It's a Zeppelin life.
There you go.
Am I by myself or is the whole family in the car?
Let's do both.
Okay. If I'm by myself, I'm really into audiobooks right now.
Okay.
The book I'm reading right now is 1776.
Oh.
So if you're unfamiliar with the beginning of the Revolutionary War, I highly recommend it. David McCullough is the author of that.
Very cool. So it's very appropriate for this year because it's 250th anniversary. We're going to do a 250th show. I don't know what that's going to entail, but our 250th episode falls right before the actual, Independence Day celebration. So we're going to try to plan something, but that's cool. 1776, listening to it.
I mean, I'm in the road. I'm an over-the-road salesman, so I'm in the car quite a bit, so I can get through a long book in a week or two.
Very cool.
But if the family, generally music.
You've got 4 kids.
I do,
and they span an age range.
12, 14, 15, and 19.
Yeah. So how do you decide what? Do you just have like playlists that everybody contributes to, or what does that look like?
It depends. Sometimes I'll just put on Sirius XM channel, typically No Shoes Radio, which is a lot of Kenny Chesney, a lot of Jimmy Buffett.
I was going to say, yeah, it's got to be
Island
Buffett.
music. Yep. But if I'm by myself listening to the radio, it's, Led Zeppelin, Fish, Grateful Dead.
Yep. All right. Hey.
The usual.
Yep. I kind of figured that would be the case. Yeah. The kids roll their eyes when Fish comes on.
Sometimes. I mean, they love Dad's music.
Okay. Hey.
So
very cool.
Not all the time, but most of the time.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Question number 2. If your friends had to describe you in one word outside of work, what would it be? Or how would you describe yourself outside of work?
Eclectic.
Eclectic? Yeah. In what way?
I can be the serious person if you need me to be the serious person.
Okay.
I can be the fun-loving, let's
guy on the couch.
Time. Yep, the guy on the couch.
That goes back 28 years.
I can be the listener if you just need somebody to talk to.
Right.
I can be all those.
I like that. I can see that. I like that. Local business. So we always ask questions about Lancaster, favorite restaurant, that sort of thing. So we could talk favorite restaurant, but local business you love supporting that people should know about.
It's winter time.
Yep.
Which stinks.
It is very much winter time.
Soon it will be spring, which is golf season.
Oh. Okay.
And one of the places that I love supporting is Pull the Pin in Lancaster.
Oh, yeah.
A local golf shop over in Golden Triangle.
I've got golf clubs from there.
If you haven't been in there, Tommy Matini just completed some renovations, has 2 new bays for set up for fittings, for lessons, get you all fixed up.
That's the first I've heard Pull the Pin on Lancaster Connects. It's very cool. The old set of golf clubs I had, I got like right out of college. I spent like, I don't know, $200 on them, and they were too short. I golf like 3 times a year if I'm lucky. So a handful of years ago, I went to Pull the Pin, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
He had a bay. I guess that's Tommy right there, right?
Yep.
He let me swing, hit a bunch of clubs a bunch of different times. And he's like, you probably should have this, and you should have this, and you should have this. I think he did a good job. My scores didn't really improve that much.
A lot of it's the golfer, not always the equipment. But
it's definitely not a knock on their club selection. It's more of the golfer problem. But it's a great business. I mean, obviously, he does more than just clubs, gear.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a simulator in there at all?
Well, they have the 2 bays now that they use TrackMan to do fittings, to do all that. They don't necessarily rent it out.
Okay, right.
But yeah, you can come in there for lessons, do your fitting.
That's awesome. I know you and I did a golf charity event. What was that? Is that coming up again? Is that April? Is that April or May?
May.
All right. We should do that again.
Mm-hmm. Friday, May 1st.
Oh, is that when it is?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll put that on my calendar.
There you go.
All right, man. Well, thank you for, you know what? Since I mentioned favorite restaurant, give me a favorite restaurant in Lancaster.
Stubby's.
2 locations. Downtown.
If you're downtown, or Old Hickory, the old charcoals.
Yeah. Yep. They have a great outdoor patio.
They do.
With some nice pergolas above. There they are. Chris found them just like that. Yeah. I've eaten there often. I'm kind of around the corner from the one on Oregon Pike.
Well, there's only one Stubby, so it should be easy to find.
That's true. Well, great. Thank you for sharing, John. Great. It's been great having you on, catching up, talking about Weaver Associates, talking about the Santa Stumble. If you're not following either one on Facebook or the socials, please do. Just search up Weaver Associates and Santa Stumble Lancaster on Facebook and the other social media channels. And if you're an organization, whether you're a nonprofit or a business who needs office supplies, printing, technology, apparel, Weaver Associates is your place to go. And if you are a nonprofit, definitely mention that to them because they'll give you a discount, a nonprofit rate for those items you desperately need for getting the word out. So again, thanks for being on the show. Thanks for sharing. We've got a couple more things to do before we wrap up the show. I've got a sleep better tip. You might have a sleep better tip.
I might.
You can think of one. I mentioned I went to Las Vegas for the World Furniture Market. And, so the night before I packed and I put my normal pillow in my suitcase because I was leaving like super early. I'm like, I'm going to take my pillow. So I pulled another pillow out of the closet. I'm like, all right, this will be good enough for one night. Slept on it, woke up like crick in the neck. Like, yeah, a pillow is that important.
25% of the sleeping surface.
It is 25% of the sleeping surface. So then, so now I'm on the airplane. Well, no, back up. I weighed my bag just before I left and I'm like, oh man, I'm really close to 50 pounds. I don't need, so I took my pillow out and left it at home. And then I, went to the airport. Now I'm like on the plane and I'm like, neck is all messed up. And then going to the hotel, pillows in the hotel are pretty crappy.
Yeah.
Didn't sleep that great in the hotel. So all that to say that a pillow is actually really, really, really important. And I should have slept on my normal pillow the night before the trip, and I should have packed it and taken less of something else in my suitcase out there because I wish I had my pillow with me. So that's a sleep better tip. There's tips similar to that and more in our book called Sleep Better, which you can get for free by either stopping by Gardner's Mattress and More. We'll give you a free copy here in the store. Helpful sleep tips and information so you can sleep better every night, or you can get it on the website, gardnersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better. My goodness. Forgot the website.
Easy to say.
Sleep-better. Do you have a sleep tip?
I would have went with the pillow because it's very good. Very good.
It's that important. It's the bed for your head, right? You invest in a new mattress for yourself. Think about investing in a pillow. It's darn important. All right, testimonial time for Gardner's Mattress and More. Just pull this up here. This is a great one that came in within the last week. Sometimes we get mailed in testimonial forms where people handwrite testimonials to us. This one came in from the Google machine, and this was from Sharon. And she said, after visiting several mattress stores, we ended up at Gardner's at the recommendation of friends. We do a ton of business from word of mouth, happy customers who refer friends and family. Phil couldn't have been a better salesman. He explained in great detail several different mattresses that we were looking at and gave us plenty of time to try them out. Not in just one visit, but two. He was very patient and thorough in helping us search for the perfect mattress for us. Everyone else in the store was also friendly, kind, and helpful. As I made several phone calls to the store with questions, I would recommend them 100% if you are thinking of buying a new mattress. So, Sharon, thanks so much for the kind words on Google. Again, we're the business that we have is Gardner's Mattress and More. It's the reason that we're able to put on this show, Lancaster Connects, that highlights great people doing great things in the Lancaster community, whether it's an organization like John with Weaver Associates or a nonprofit or charitable organization. But we help people wake up happy every morning. And if we can do that for you, just like we did for Sharon, we'd love to do that. So stop by. We're 830 Plaza Boulevard, right behind Park City Mall. As Chris is showing it right there on the screen, we've got the Love Your Mattress sleep event going on at Gardner's. Chris, maybe you could click on the sales page up there at the top. Man, Chris is on it. There it is. Love Your Sleep President's Day sales event. President's Day is, it's like 2 weeks from now.
Right.
So celebrating some of the great presidents from our country. And of course, you have a mattress sale at the same time. A lot of our vendors are participating with specials and promotions on their products, which we participate with. But really, we have some great deals, 48 months, no interest, no money down. We're doing a travel voucher, a free travel voucher with purchase, where you get your own private travel concierge and get either a condo stay or cruise, depending on the Dream Here, Escape There event. Depending on the level of purchase, you get a different travel voucher size there. Really, really cool promotion there. And obviously, long-term interest-free financing, the double deals, which gives you an opportunity to maximize your savings. And again, we have vendor promotions. And of course, we match all other vendor pricing that you see online. So we have some brands: Dream Cloud, Nectar, Helix, Puffy, Avocado, Tempur-Pedic. All of the pricing that you see online for these popular brands that you might learn about online, we match those savings. So anything on their website, we match. So thank you, Chris. Thanks for scrolling through there. But yeah, if we can help you sleep better, Gardner's Mattress and More, come give us a visit. We'll help you solve your sleep needs quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a wrap. Man, I appreciate you being here. Again, talking about Weaver Associates, talking about the Stumble, talking about Pete a little bit, giving Pete some love there. It was cool catching up.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. So again, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Wow, Tuesday again.
What is wrong with me? It feels like a Tuesday. Jeff is normally not here on Tuesdays, and maybe that's what it is. He's here on Mondays, and he's not here. It's like my brain is all messed up. We'll see you next Monday at 2:00 on Lancaster Connects. Have a great day.